When we recently visited Evansville, Indiana, I was riding down Interstate 69 and I noticed this field of crosses on the side of the interstate. And I asked myself, are there people buried there? So I did a little research and this is what I found out.
Cemetery of Innocents. If you've ever driven north on I-69, you've probably passed the Cemetery of Innocents that sits on the Durchholz family farm. Since the 1990s, the Durchholzes, their extended family, and their friends have helped maintain this plot of sacred ground. The Cemetery of Innocents serves as a memorial to the number of babies aborted each day in the United States. The idea originated when Mike Fichter, former executive director of Vanderburgh County Right to Life, the predecessor of Right to Life of Southwest Indiana, and Bill Butterfield were searching for a farm whose location would have the greatest visual impact on those passing by. Right to Life spoke with Angie Durchholz Lasher about the history and impact the Cemetery of the Innocents has had on the community. In the early days of the cemetery, 4,000 wooden crosses, representing the daily number of abortions in the U.S., were placed in the ground each year after the harvest and then gathered back up and stored until the next harvest. This project required significant help over the years, from Mark Eichhoff assisting in making a grid to line up the crosses, to John Lasher and Albert Sturgeon maintaining the mowed area, to Chuck Wigger helping install the vinyl signs by the interstate, and many others. In 2009, the family decided to divide the crosses and donated 2,000 to a Gibson County farm owned by Sylvester and Pat Elpers, who displayed the crosses on their property on Y41 just south of the I-64 junction, doubling the visual impact. The Durchholzes opted for a more permanent installation and created 2009 crosses using PVC pipe that fit over metal rods in the ground. Community donations helped complete the project uniquely. For each donation, a baby was spiritually adopted, and a certificate with the baby's name was placed in a capped compartment of the cross. Each name remains there to this day. A ceremony was held for the community, with Father Chris Forler presiding to bless the field. Tending to the cemetery over the years became part of the fabric of the Durchholz family. However, Lasher recalls a moment when she began to doubt the project's impact and prayed to God, asking if it made a difference. Unbeknownst to her, a regular passerby on his way from Louisville to Evansville, a songwriter named Wayne Carroll, was so moved by the cemetery's message that he wrote a song called 4,000 Crosses about the experience. Carroll recorded the song and sent CDs to Right to Life. On her daughter's 18th birthday, Lasher received a package filled with CDs of Carroll's song and the answer to her prayer. God was using the Cemetery of the Innocents to impact the hearts of those who saw it, and she now held the proof in her hands. The main thing I hope the Cemetery of the Innocents would accomplish is to help those who pass by start thinking about the babies and hopefully have their hearts soften, says Lasher. This type of project affects the whole community and helps educate in a 5-second window about the effects of abortion, possibly sparking conversations that change hearts within the cars that pass by. The memorial has long featured a wooden billboard that read, "Thousands lost daily to abortion," and "Pray, work, vote for life." This summer, the wooden billboard was upgraded to a permanent metal billboard. Right to Life of Southwest Indiana would like to thank Ron Pohl and his brother for donating concrete from A&T Concrete, as well as Steve Wilson, Chuck Wigger, and John Lasher for donating their time and skills toward this upgrade. We also extend our gratitude to Angie Lasher and the entire Durchholz family for standing for life in such a public way.